swiftly on.
Hello, and welcome back to another tutorial. Now you might be wondering why I've got goggles on. Now the reason for that is because I've had a request, and the request is how to draw a dragon. And the thing about dragons is they don't like being drawn, so I've got these on just in case someone tries to breathe fire on me. So if you see a dragon, please let me know. Okay, so this is what we're going to be looking at drawing. This dragon here. So if you're interested in learning how to draw a dragon, stick around. Let's get crafty. Okay, so let's have a look at drawing a dragon. So we're going to go for the full body of a dragon with wings and everything, hopefully. So the way we're going to start is, you guessed it, with a circle. This is going to be your head. So this needs to be however big you're planning on doing your dragon. Obviously you need to make sure you leave space, because if that's my head I need to still be able to fit the body in, so that's about right for me, I'd say. Our next step is going to be to draw on the front of our dragon. We're going to draw a rectangle coming out like that, and that's going to be the nose. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to join into that. So we're going to follow this curve, but where it meets the rectangle, we don't want it to be quite like that. We're going to just curve it ever so slightly until we get to the end. When we get to the end, we're actually going to, normally we curve that out, we're going to keep that quite pointy end of the nose, but here's where we're going to change it. So we're going to go down about halfway down our rectangle, and then we're going to curve and miss out that whole corner there. I'm going to curve it up to the head, and we're going to follow it up here like that, and then just stop and do a little extra curve bit there going down. And that's going to be where our mouth is. So we've done that, we've done our nose. The next step is going to be joining the bottom of the head to the bottom of the mouth, so doing sort of our jaw piece. So to do that, we start here and we're aiming for here, so we're just going to come across like that, and then we're going to follow our curve, but we're not going to actually curve the line. We're going to get to here, and then we're going to go straight up like that. So when we're drawing dragons, we want it to be a bit more sort of angular, and then we're going to go straight up like that, so up like that, up like that, and then we're going to go across like that and make a little triangle piece there. So that is our nose done. So we're doing more sort of angles like that, more straight lines, because it makes it look slightly more aggressive and slightly more sort of almost scaly as well. So we've got that. That's going to be our basic head shape. So now what we need to do is from here to here, we sort of have to join them up. So halfway between here and here, I'm going to just put a mark there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go from here to there, and we're going to do not a straight line, but a pretty straight line like that. So not completely straight, but sort of curved and sort of straight at the same time, not like a proper round curve, like a gentle curve. And then across here, we're going to go not from right on this corner bit here that we've made, but from here, and we're going to join those two bits up as well, like that. Right, and that's going to give us our 2 points for where we're going to put our horns. So our horns, we're going to start with them just being triangles. So we're going to start here, and they're going to go straight up. You can make these as long as you like or as short as you like. I'm going to make mine about that length for now, and my other one's going to come out of here. Like that. And I'm not going to do them quite a lot, it's just to show me the shape. I'm going to do this. A little bit of the horn there, and then I'm going to have the main part of my horn like that, just to be a little bit different. I'm going to do the same on the inside of this one. Like that, and that's going to be my horns. So now we need to put an eye on it, and our eye is going to go just pretty much right in the middle, and the first thing I'm going to do to draw my eye is I'm going to draw a circle. So that's going to be my eye, but then I'm going to draw two curves over the top like this. So one curve's going to go like that, and the other's going to go like that, so you should have triangle on either side like that. And just to make it look a little bit grumpier, all we do is you just draw a diagonal line like that, because I want mine to be a bit of an angrier dragon, and then our eye in the middle is like a slit like that. So that's pretty much our head done. It should look, like I said, it should look a little bit angular, and what I mean when I say that, I mean not everything should be a nice perfect curve. So instead of a curve like that, we should have like a nice shape like that. So it's slightly curved. It's not like straight. It's slightly curved. And that's our head getting there, pretty close. So we're going to stick a nostril on here, and we're going to stick a tooth here before I forget, and another tooth going down from there. And these are all details we can put in at the end as well. And then just here on the sort of the bridge of the nose, we do a little curve like that, and then we just follow it up to between the two horns like that. And we're going to just leave that bit there like that. That's looking pretty good, I think. Yeah. Right then, let's move on to the body. Obviously this isn't completely finished. I also think I've probably done that bit of the head a little bit too. I think that should be a bit more curved like that. Yeah, we can come back and correct that at the end anyway. So let's have a look at the body. So the body, we need to start by doing a neck. So where we've got this corner of the mouth, we're going to start there, and it's going to go down and curved, and then the top of the neck. If you imagine that we've followed this curve here, and that it's carried on like that. So maybe the curve of our head, actually, sorry, the curve there, and then we followed it like that and curve down. And what we're going to do at the bottom of here, you can have your neck can be as long or as short as you like, because obviously, you know, we're making a dragon, so however long you want your neck to be, make it that long. So when you're about to start drawing your body, we're going to start with the front half, and we're going to draw a circle. So take your time drawing this circle, because this is how big the front of your dragon is going to be. Mine's going to be that size. And then the back, you're going to draw where the back of the dragon would be with another circle. I would suggest the circle should be slightly smaller than that for the back. And again, you can make your dragon as long as you want. You could make it all the way back to here. Mine's just going to be this long for now. And that's going to be the back of my dragon. So, to make our body, we follow the line of our neck. When we get to the circle, we curve, and we have a nice curve to our back before joining up with our back circle. And then when you get to here, we're going to leave that bit because we're going to come back and do the tail in a moment. And now we're going to do the front of the neck, so we'll follow it down till we get to the circle again, and then it goes round our circle, follows our circle, and then again you're going to go and join up with our back circle. You probably want a little bit of a curve underneath there to show where the belly of the dragon is. like that. Looking pretty good so far. So let's add a tail now whilst we're on. So follow this line, and when you get to the end, you're going to just decide where your tail wants to go. Mine's going to go like this. And then the same on the bottom, so we're going to follow it. Mine's going to be quite a long, thin tail. Again, this tail can be as short or as long as you like. And the end could have whatever you want it on. To be honest, it doesn't have to be like what I've done on the end. That's just what I chose to do this time. And when you draw any tail, you just draw one line and then you just follow it with your second line from the bottom like that, and that's going to be my tail. I'm pretty happy with that. And now we're going to have a look at the wings, I think, next. So the wings, what you're going to do is they're going to come out from just behind where the neck meets the back. So that's where the neck meets the back, and we're going to start here. So from here, we're going to draw a triangle. Now this triangle is going to start, it's going to be a right angle triangle for everyone who knows what a right angle triangle is. If you don't, you're going to see. So we're going to go straight up. Now again, you can make these wings as big as you like. We're going to go straight up to there, and that's going to be one line of our triangle. And then this one is going to go straight across for as long as you want your wing to be. Now this bit, it's not a perfect right angle, but that's where the right angle of this right angle triangle should be. And then when you get to the end where you want your wing to finish, you're going to join from there to there, like that. Again, you need to do this bit soft because you are going to rub out these lines when you're finished, hopefully. And that is going to be your basic wing shape. So the way we turn that into a wing is by using curves. So from our neck, we get down to our back, and then we're going to curve up. And then this line here is going to stay fairly straight until you get to the top. And you just want to curve back. So you don't want to go right to the top, you need to curve back to it there. Then this line here isn't going to be quite straight either, you're going to curve it a little bit to the end, like that. So you're going to curve it like that. And then you're going to make this twice as thick now. So you're going to follow it up like that, and then again you're going to follow this line, trying to make it roughly the same width until you get to the point. And that's going to be almost like the frames of the bones of the wing. And then let's draw our wing behind as well, because this is nice and easy now. So you just start it a little bit further back, follow the same line, but when you get to the top here, you go slightly higher than your first wing, and then it goes behind like that until you can't see it. And then the bit that you can see, you need to do an extra border on it like we did with the first one. And that's your second wing done. Yeah. Maybe could have been further that way, but that's fine. So now this piece here, obviously we don't want it to be that shape. So what we're going to do is, starting from here, we're actually going to aim for the middle of the back here. So just so I can see that, I'm going to draw another line from here to here, just so I can see where I'm aiming for, like that. And we're going to split this line into maybe 4, so I'm going to find the halfway point and then the quarters, like that. And all we're going to do is draw curves between them. So one curve there, another curve there, another curve there, and another curve there. And link them all up. And then you're going to go and join up from here to your curves. turn the page, that'll make it a bit difficult for you. Right, I'll turn my body, so from here to here. And then here to here. And then here to here. And finally you go to your last part down here as well. And that, or maybe not that last one actually, I think we'll leave that last bit as it is. Yeah, and that is your wing complete. Actually, I think we'll leave that there. I think I prefer it. That's your wing complete, or your wings, because you can't see the other one because it's hidden behind it. Right, let's have a look at legs next. Now the legs and the arms, I am not going to do any claws on the end in this video because it's such a complex thing trying to draw a claw, so a complicated thing, and they normally just end up not looking great. So I think I need to do a separate video on how you would do a nice claw. So we're just going to make them a bit more cartoony on this one. So your front leg is going to start in the middle of your circle here. So that's the middle, but we need to make it thicker than that. So it's going to go out like that. And then for now, all we're going to do at the end is just make it go to a bit of a point like that. And then the second arm is going to be starting at the same point but behind the body, and you're just going to follow the same shape that you've done there. So it's going to come down and go behind because you won't be able to see the rest of it. And that's your two front legs done. And on the back, this curve here, the circle curve that shouldn't have rubbed out yet, is going to show you how you do your leg, your back leg. So it's going to curve round and then you're going to follow it like that, and then the back is going to come out from where the back of this curve is, and that's also going to come down, and that is going to be where your back leg would be, like that. And you want to keep that little curve bit because that's going to help you in a minute. Then your back leg is going to be the same, it's just going to follow but a little bit further forward, like that. And they're going to be our two back legs. Right, so now we need to do the neck and the underbelly, so the scales on that. So to do that, we find that nice sharp, or not sharp, that nice angular point there. I'm going to start there, I'm going to follow this line until we get to the top of the leg. The top of the leg should go a little bit further like that. And then we're going to draw a couple of curves like that until we get to there. And then underneath, we need to imagine that that line's carried on and it is still going on under here. So it's gone behind the leg because that's our leg, our front leg, and then it needs to carry on, but getting ever so slightly smaller as it gets to this end until it gets to this leg here. And then it would also carry on until it gets to the tail. And it should follow the tail probably about halfway up the tail, because then it would start to disappear like that. And again, you're going to draw curves to sort of show scales like that. And you can also, if you're feeling fancy, make that bit look a little bit nicer by kind of doing what we do when we're doing plaits and joining it up, curving the corners like that. Pretty happy with that so far. And there's the only thing really left to do is just a few details now. So what we're going to do is down the back and the spine and along the tail of the dragon is we're going to put some cool little spikes just to think it'll look good. So we're going to make this sort of shape. We're going to go like that, and then like that, and then our next one would be like that, and our next all the way down. So I'm going to start here. Obviously I'm not going to do them that big, and I'm going to go like this. Now, remember that when you get to the wings, it needs to stop here because our wing would be in the way of us seeing it. So we need to not go there and then carry on again after. Now you could make these spikier than what I'm doing, or not as spiky as what I'm doing, or they could be, you know, nothing like what I've done. This is completely up to you, but I really think these extra bits just make it look so much better. And then I'm going to have none when we get to the end there, and that's going to be our tail. And again, straight away that makes it look so much better. And do we have any more bits left to do on there? Now, on my first one, I've done a first draft to have a look at how to draw this. I've added some little V's just to show where a few scales would be, or alternatively you could do scales all over it, which would take you a long time, but you could do scales all over it. And the way you do scales is you do this, you do like curly curls, and then you go over the top of them with more. You could do the whole dragon like that. And now it would take a long time, and I'm not going to do this on the video because you'd be here waiting forever, but it does look pretty awesome. And I might just keep it on the top bit of my neck so that you can see what it could look like. And if anyone does their whole body like this, I'd love to see it. So I think it'd look really cool. But I think I'm going to not do the whole thing because I don't think people want to sit and watch me do it for half an hour, which is how long it would probably take me to do, I reckon. So we're just going to go to that point and then it's going to fade out. Right, so that pretty much is our dragon just about finished now, I've said. You could also add a bit of fire coming out of the mouth. Fire is super easy to do. We go like this, and then we just draw some nice flicks. Like so. So I'm going to now go over it with my black felt tip. The drawing of the dragon finished and outlined in black felt tip, and I do think it's looking rather good at the moment, so I'm going to have a quick go at giving it a little bit of colour, and we'll get back to you. Okay, so that's our dragon coloured in and finished. Now you don't have to do it blue and yellow. I just thought I would because I feel like I see a lot of red dragons. I just fancied doing a slightly different coloured one. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a go at drawing a dragon, and you've got something that looks a little bit like this. You can feel free to pause it now if you want to have a look at the colours, or if you want to copy what I've done. And like I say, do feel free to change it. You know, if you want to do bigger wings, go for it. If you want to give a really long neck to your dragon, go for it. If you want to give it ridiculously long horns, you could do that, or you could just do absolutely anything you fancy with it. and I'd absolutely love to see anyone's dragons that they've drawn. Okay, so that is our dragon tutorial finished. Turns out dragons do not like to be drawn at all. If you've enjoyed learning how to draw this dragon and you've had a go at drawing this dragon, please feel free to ask your parents to send me your dragons that you've drawn, because I'll be really excited to see them. So if you've got any other requests or any ideas, your parents can send me them either on Dojo or on an email, and I'll see if I can get round to doing them. So until next time, keep on crafting.